Hey, what's up guys? The Evolved Skeleton Barrel has floated its way into the arena. After playing 2 Skeleton Barrels, the third one's evolved, giving Costco value of 2 Skeleton Barrels instead of 1. And they have jacked up stats, with 253% extra death damage and 25% higher health. The first Skeleton Barrel pops at 75% of its health, and the death damage is higher than Fireball. You can defend pushes by popping your Skeleton Barrel and then counter push with the second one. The Skeleton Barrel evolution is destructive and by far one of the best evolutions in the game, especially in a bait deck where your opponents can't afford to waste their spells. This is the best log bait deck in the game, and we swapped out the Evolved Wall Breakers for the Evolved Skeleton Barrel, and it'll probably be better. It's time to barrel into the arena and assert dominance. And big barrels of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make the high for videos possible. Okay, so unfortunately, we do not have the sneaky Skeleton Barrel at the start. This guy does instead. So I'm going to hit him up with the Fire Spirit and maybe meander our way through with the sneaky Skeleton Barrel afterward. I don't know. Bro's got Mega Knight, so I'm going to activate King Tower, and I need to keep his attention glued on the left side. So then I can go for Spear Goblins and then easily activate King Tower with this Ice Spirit. It should be pretty free if I can do this right now. That would be amazing. I'm also going to get a Dark Goblin on the Miner and also the Spear Goblin. But if you guys haven't mastered those King Tower activations, you're going to be losing against Mega Knight way more frequently. So you can play a lot of cheap cycled cards like Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Fire Spirit, no matter what it is. And this deck has an abundance of them. So no matter what you have in your hand, you should be able to activate King Tower against Mega Knight. I'm going to try to go through with a sneaky Suspicious Bush in the back. You want to drop it in the back, so by the time it reaches the river and the opponent drops a spell, you're back to another one to apply more pressure. Oh no! I'm kind of cooked here. Fortunately, the King Tower activation helps out big way, but that wasn't good. Spent so much elixir. I'm going to pop the ability, so maybe we're going to be able to break through and not have his second tower hit us that much. All right, I like that a lot. Oh, he was trying to do the moves to me too. Hey, calm down. You're not able to steal my strats like that, brother. All right, so the stench of the Dark Goblin is going to be more than enough to clean up the skeletons. And then I can go through with a Fire Spirit, and I don't know how many hits we're going to get with the Dark Goblin, but if it gets enough, then it's going to do a lot. All right, unfortunately, we have to go for a Skeleton Barrel here, and it's going to pop. So we already had to blow our Skeleton Barrel spam, but it is what it is. This, oh man, double Skeleton Barrel a lot. I think this card's going to be better than I anticipated. Dropping that on defense and offense, nice. You know, I like getting the counter push, having the combustion of killing the bats with it, and then also forcing elixir from the opponent. Oh, this Dark Goblin's going to suck for me. I have to log this immediately. If that hits my tower, it's going to be game over. I also have to go for another Dark Goblin. Fortunately, our Dark Goblin... No. Okay. I was going to say it wasn't going to get hit by the thing, but it did get hit. That sucks. So I'll always have a preference of going in for Skeleton Barrels. The only downside is, like, our tower sucks into bait, and his is amazing into bait. So the fact that he has Dagger Duchess made this matchup a lot better for him, obviously. I'm going to try to go for a log. Actually, I don't need to. I don't want to. I'm going to Mega Knight this. So let's try to spam a lot on the right side so we can get his attention there. I really hope he doesn't Mega Knight me. He's got to Mega Knight me, though. There's no way he's not allowed to Mega Knight. Yeah, you know, he has to. All right, and then maybe we can just spam more on the right side. I'm going to try to Ice Spirit here as well. Mega Knight doesn't jump on us. Man, that was rough. I didn't do enough. I didn't do anywhere near enough. At least we got a Goblin Gang out of him. I don't want to log that, though. I really don't want to log that, because look at my HP on the other side. I'm going to go Skeleton Barrel. I'm going to have to go Dark Goblin. I'm going to have to log that. Man, this is rough. I'm going to Fire Spirit instead. Screw it. Screw it. I don't know if that's smart. I'm doing it. I also shouldn't have went for Boss Bandit, because now he Mega Knights for free. For free! All right, wait. What if we go Skeleton Barrel here, and this connects and kills him? There's actually a small shot that does that. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of damage with the skeletons. Is it enough? Okay, I need to log this. Holy, this game is crazy. I just need to get back to a log. The Skeleton Barrel did so much damage through a Mega Knight. Holy. Wait, I just need to log him. He's going to Mega Knight, right? There's no way he survives this. I get it. You don't have a monk. Let's go. I can't believe I beat someone that has a pretty similar matchup to me. But he's got the best tower in the business to crush bait, and we're sitting there with the Cannoneer hoping that we can kill a single skeleton every minute. Evolved Dark Goblin and Dagger Duchess wasn't able to counter the Evolved Skeleton Barrel, making it the MVP of the match. Even in the worst possible situation, it still completely carried. Heartless, well hopefully you're going to be towerless too, sir. I'm going to go in for Spear Goblins immediately, and then Ice Spirit and Fire Spirit. I just don't want to die today. It's not going to get a hit, because I staggered my Ice Spirit and my log. If you drop the Ice Spear and log at the same time, you want the knockback and the stun of the Ice Spear to not overlap. If you let them overlap and you drop it at the same time, it's just bad. So important to make sure that you're doing it that way. Also, we can go in for a sneaky suspicious bush since we dropped it in the back and we did that. So now we have to log and we can go and spam a lot more crap on the right side. Heck, I'm gonna even go Dark Goblin because he doesn't have log. I don't think he defends this. There's gonna be a ton of damage. Yeah, we got a cannon out of him. Okay, so I can activate King Tower with the Skeleton Barrel here, I believe. No, I'm bad. Well, we get another chance. We get another chance. Will I mess it up or will I get redemption? Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. There's no shot. There's no shot. I don't miss this. Yes, we did it. Okay, so with Cannoneer, one more tile up. My bad. Sometimes I fumble that. It's a little bit more challenging, you know, for people like me that are a little bit like, oh, I always play Princess Tower, and then I play Cannoneer because it's just better in this deck. Also, we have the Evolved Skeleton Barrel, so I think we're just going to Chuck E. Cheese him here. So, yeah, I'm going to go in for dual lane pressure. I'm going to go for Boss Bandit. I'm going to go with Evolved Skeleton Barrel, and then I'm going to see what we can do, because the Mighty Miner is going to be horrible for him in this situation if it dies. It's not going to kill the Boss Bandit. We just click the ability, and the skeletons are going to allow us to... Oh, my goodness! Always Dark Goblin in the middle, by the way. I learned that from pro players. They were telling me that I was Dark Goblining way too close to the tower, and it would just give our opponent free log value way too frequently. So he has to wait, and then he logs. So a bit better, you know, Dark Goblin in the middle. Also, don't Dark Goblin on the side to snipe the cannons. Always try Dark Goblin in the middle. Like, if it can snipe from the middle, try to do that, because then they don't get the log value on the tower. But I'm just, like, picking up small things like that each time I play this deck. And when I have my pro friends teaching me how to play the decks so then I can show them in the video at a bit of a higher, you know, degree of better plays, I guess, then yeah, you guys hopefully appreciate that too. I've been spending a lot more time trying to get better at this game. I don't know. I love Clash Royale, and the only thing I dislike about it is going to be Goblin Curse and Goblin Giant. Every single time I see those decks, it's like, no, get that away from me. I think I would be playing Clash Royale like 5-6 hours a day every day if that wasn't a thing. You guys let me know. What's your least favorite and most favorite thing in the game? We're going to go for Ice Spirit here. Probably go for a Skeleton Barrel as well. Hit him up with a Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit combo. Oh, is that going to be the Wombo combo? Let's go, baby. All right, Suspicious Push at the bridge is not smart, but I'm going to do it right now just because of this particular situation. Seems decent for it. I want to force out all of his buildings so we can go for the Evolved Skeleton Barrel. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. All right, if I log an Ice Spirit, I think that we can kill. Nice. All right, we're in a Suspicious Bush in the back. That should be the best way to set up a big push. We want to save our Hog Riders for his... Sorry, we want to save our Boss Bandits for his Hog Riders, but then he's going to Firecracker me, so generally just have to go Dark Goblin. So this Dark Goblin should be able to snipe, I think. We'll see. Should be able to snipe if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then we can do this. And then he logs, but he doesn't hit our tower. That was the important thing that I learned. All right, so this Evolved Firecracker is going to be a pain in the butt. But we can log it. And hit the other one too? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's not looking bad anymore. All right, the Ice Spirit connects somehow, so maybe he's going to log on top of the Dark Goblin. He can't go Skeletons. Oh, he's going to go Skeletons. Oh, wait, he's fumbling. He logged on the other side. That's awesome. Now we can go in for a Suspicious Bush at the bridge. Genuinely don't like doing this very often, but in this particular spot, it's okay. We don't have to do anything on this. Ah, never mind. I'm going to log, and then I'm going to Ice Spirit. I hate that. But the Dark Goblin, Ice Spirit, and Cannoneer kind of just counter the Hog. So that's the placement that you want to do. And you force out the log if they ever log on the Dark Goblin. And then you're fine. So Cannoneer plus King Tower activation plus Ice Spirit is how you counter Hog Rider. Even though we don't necessarily have a building, it doesn't matter too much. Evolve Skeleton Barrel here. Ice Spirit, so then he misses his Firecracker shot. Then we'll go in for more stuff here off to the side. And then should be good to go for Boss Bandit in the back, actually. And start stacking up more Suspicious Bushes. I'm going to get ready because he has to go into this. He can't just try to spell cycle me. He might try to, but I don't think it's going to work. We'll see. So we're going to go for double Suspicious Bushes. We're going to go for Skeleton Barrel here as well. Now we got to start chucking everything we own because he's just going to try to Earthquake Cycle. But I don't think he can. As I said before, I think we got this. It's just going to be way closer than I wanted. Yeah. Holy. I built up the big push of Doom, and this guy was going in for multiple Earthquake Cycles like a madman. Might have been one of the closest games ever, but you can beat Hog Rider even if it is a difficult matchup if you go Dark Goblin in the middle and use your Ice Spirits to counter the Hog. When I was using Boss Bandit too frequently against Hog Rider Firecracker, they would Firecracker on my Boss Bandit, and sure, I would be able to counter the Hog Rider every time with no damage, but then the Firecracker would cook me. So you have to make predictions on the Firecracker, or you want to go for Dark Goblin in the middle with the Ice Spirit and maybe a log if you absolutely need to. Okay, so hopefully this next match will be a bit easier. Dude does not have a Hog Rider Firecracker deck is what I'm hoping for. Or, you know, magically not having Mega Knight with Dagger Duchess, which is, you know, not something that we're seeing. Oh, come on.
Guess who's back?
We're running it back. We're running it back, guys. Let's see if I can win it 2 games in a row. I'm going to go Ice Spirit here. And I think that this is probably one of the most popular decks in Clash, so it makes sense that he's playing it. You know what? We're going to evolve from our mistakes earlier, and we're going to activate King Tower now. Easy. Awesome. And we also had the Fire Spirit counter push this time without dying, so it's going to force extra elixir. So this is definitely the most annoying matchup for me out of all the like normal decks in Clash. You don't really see Dagger Duchess with Mega Knight very frequently, so not near as bad. But yeah, we take no damage against the Hog, only spending 5 elixir. But we do get Spear Goblins counter pushing, so I guess it's like not a terrible trade. All right, Skeletons coming down. They will die, which is good. And I want to go Dark Goblin in the middle. We're going to keep our tried and true strategy of destroying this deck. I got to beat the Firecrackers. For all you Firecracker haters out here, I'm your #1 fan. I am right there with you with the plan of exterminating Firecrackers from Clash. So I'm going to probably go for Boss Bandit. I don't necessarily love it. Or we could just, yeah, no, we can just do this. Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit off to the side so we make it miss. And then do this. Dark Goblin die? Yes. Very nice. And we have the evolved Dark Goblin go live. Nice. I meant evolved Firecracker die, and I think we just win. Game should be over. I always call the card the incorrect name. I was like, Dark Goblin die? I meant Firecracker. No one likes Firecracker, not Dark Goblin. We love Dark Goblins out here. We're a Dark Goblin savior. We want it to stay alive forever. All right, so Skeleton Barrel. Let's be sneaky. We got the double big, I don't know, bongos. So it feels like some type of instrument. Wow, that was instrumental in forcing out 6 elixir from our guy. So again, we're going to do this. Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit, all the spirits. You guys know us. You know how we do. That was a defense and a half. And yeah, we should win this game. I mean, there's a high likelihood that this guy's going to be annoying for the rest of the time, but I just need 1 connection. Okay, so this should be the push of doom. If you're trying to win the game and your opponent is being obnoxious, you generally want to favor going to the other side because it's going to be easier for them to defend if you don't do split lane pressure since they're going to have so many spells. So you want to make this really confusing for this guy and spam every single angle until we win. You guys saw we had suspicious push on the right side, we stacked up things in the back, and then we built a push that he was going to lose both towers, and he just had to pick which one he wanted to lose first. All right, we're ready to go with more double barrel dominance, but unfortunately we are now blessed with the best starting hand of the Skeleton Barrel. So I'm going to go and cycle my little bush boy. Also, one thing that I've realized is you never want to go in for Boss Bandit into these players that have recruits. If you do that even once, you're just down too much elixir and you instantly lose the game. He might go in for a spell, so I'm waiting with my Ice Spirit. And we're going to see what he's going to do. I mean, I guess I can go Boss Bandit now, because I should be able to defend this and be alive afterwards. So if I'm going to be able to comfortably survive, I am going to dive head first with my Boss Bandit when he can't afford recruits and he doesn't have them in cycle. This is the one opportunity that you would want to do it. In every other situation, if he has recruits in cycle, you literally just can't or you lose the game. It's one of the worst feelings in Clash. I am going to go Ice Spirit so we don't die here, but I actually have to Fire Spirit as well. It's just silly. This is another bad matchup. It's possible to win if you just play a lot better, but man, I needed to get damage there with the Boss Banner on the right side, and maybe I could have protected it more and forced extra elixir, but I didn't, so bit of a skill issue on my end, but it's part of the game, you know? Sometimes you just don't play perfect. So I'm not going to Boss Bandit right now for like the rest of the game unless he has recruits out of cycle. If you go Boss Bandit into recruits, you will lose. As a recruits player myself, I laugh at people that do that. Oh, okay, well, this is definitely better for us today. That is awesome. So typically I would want to go recruits here, but I'm not going to, because I'm not the recruits player. I, you know, I keep thinking of it from my end as a recruits player. Like, what would I do? Because I'm perma stuck as recruits. My main deck in Clash, if you didn't know, it's the most brainless strategy. We're going to try to go Boss Bandit, maybe, but I don't want to. I think I just go Skeleton Barrel. He's going to recruits me. He probably recruits as me. I want him to drop his recruits and then arrows on the Skeleton Barrel and, like, prematurely drop his spells. Yes. Beautiful. And then we just keep our Dark Goblin alive. This is how you play the matchup. If you force the opponent to drop their spells on the wrong stuff, you can slaughter them. And now we can go for the suspicious push. Now we can spam like an idiot. Now we can be the moron. All right, so I'm going to do this. Fire Spirit. Everything. Go, I choose you. Random BS, I choose you. That's going to hit my tower if I don't Ice Spirit. Holy, that almost cooked me. All right, he's going to arrows. Now I can go Spear Goblins. And then I got to go Suspicious Push other side. Log this. Fire Spirit Bridge, because the Fire Spirit will connect. He has to respond to that. All right, now we're just going to keep him like spending cheap cards and not going in for his recruits. Because if he goes in for his recruits, it's scary. Okay, now it's scary. That's not what we want to see, baby. Get away from me. No one loves you if you recruits like that. Not even me. Get away from me. No one loves you if you recruits like that. Not even me. The recruits love her. All right, all right, all right. Dude, stop, stop. Just chill for a sec. Let's like not play this game. This is not a game that I enjoy. All right, we're going to go Spear Goblins here. We're taking the damage on the other side because it doesn't matter. We're trying to sneak past with our double barrels of dominance. Come on, baby. And I think we got him. So, yeah. The number one rule of this into recruits is never drop your boss bandit. If you do that, you lose. So, once you realize that game plan, you walk away with so many more wins. Okay, so we got our last game of the day. This guy is got the little sleeping dragon behind the tower. What a sick thing, dude. This guy is a big spender. He's a whale. Or I guess a dragon. I don't know. And he's got the dragon arena too. I think this is probably one of the most indisputable cool combos in Clash. They gotta have more tower skins like this. A lot of them just fall flat, but this artwork hits different. I don't like the fact that he's teaming up with an Executioner, and at least he doesn't have Dagger Duchess like the first game. I'm gonna go Ice Spirit and maybe be able to slaughter that Exy and go Skeleton Barrel the other side to rush towards the evolutions. And he'll probably activate King Tower if he has Tornado with the Executioner. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If he does, I'm going to, okay, I'm just gonna Fire Spirit Spear Goblins, which is a little bit silly. I do think the Barbarrel will die without hitting my Spear Goblin, so that's good. But that is a Bandito, and it makes me a little bit sad to play against that. If we Ice Spirit, it's not going to jump, and it will probably just die to the Dark Goblin. And then I could Boss Bandit in front of this, a little bit risky. A lot of elixir spent. But I do like my Dark Goblins, and fortunately for us, our Dark Goblin's going to win this interaction pretty hard. I don't want to click the ability, because then it dashes on my Dark Goblin, and I want my Dark Goblin to just stay on the tower, to be honest. Wait, he used Snowball. He used Snowball. So I'm going to go Skeleton Barrel. I'm going to go Suspicious Push. I'm going to pile on pressure so hard, because if he goes Executioner, we can probably just kill his Executioner with a Fire Spirit and take a little bit of damage. Or we could go Dark Goblin off to the side to get to the evolution a little bit faster and hit the Executioner that way. And I like that the most. If this targets the Executioner, then we just Fire Spirit here. It does no damage then. And then he still has to respond to the Dark Goblin too. You can use your Dark Goblin to snipe Cannon Carts, Archer Queens, Executioners, Wizards. Anything that has like less range, you can kind of just bully them. So I'm a huge bullier out here. You don't know now you know. All right, so I'm going to Ice Spirit on the Bandit, so it doesn't dash. And I'm going to go Spear Goblins afterward. Still doesn't dash, which is awesome, so then it just dies. And we get one little stinky Spear Goblin, still slithering through. He's a part of the Slytherin family, you know? He's suspicious, sir. Crits are tough. I'm going to log on that to knock it back. I think it does get a hit. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, damn. I didn't know Boss Bandit log full countered Ram Rider. That's cool. Let's go Skeleton Barrel early so we can get back to another, and then just go for Dark Goblin in the middle, so then drop spells. We're still okay for a little bit. I think I have to go for Spear Goblins, Ice Spirit. He loses the entire Executioner. I don't... Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is looking a lot better for us than I thought it would. Also, the Dark Goblin needs to come down, but I didn't drop it in the correct spot, so then he got value. I'm going to chuck a ton of stuff in front of the Dark Goblin so it doesn't die. And then he loses the Ram Rider to the Dark Goblin. The Dark Goblin's still alive! Daryl, you're dominating right now. All right, I'm going to go Sus Push at the bridge because he's going to have to all-in me right now. Dark Goblin will kill the guards, and then I can Ice Spirit on top of the Executioner. So the Dark Goblin is going to give us value. Then we can get more value here. Chuck another Suspicious Bush. He's going to go all in, so I got to do this, and then Dark Goblin, and then probably just Ice Spirit on the Ram Rider so it doesn't charge, and that's the least amount of elixir I can spend. Then I'm going to go Skeleton Barrel again on the right side. This Dark Goblin, if it locks tower, just loses. So we're trying to continuously put on pressure on both sides. You don't have a direct source of damage that's significant, so you need to just always apply pressure. And then I think log does take. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. After the log nerf, I honestly don't even remember how much it does, but I know it does like negative damage. GG and well played. Wait, he didn't even touch my tower. I can't believe that. That was a flawless game. From start to finish, bro didn't even have the time to tickle our tower because he was constantly defending our Skeleton Barrel spam. And the best part about that is dude had Executioner with double small spells and guards, and he still didn't find damage. In theory, that should completely counter bait. Throw a barrel of skeletons at the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.